This weekend, millions of us are going to gather in front of the TV to watch the Seahawks versus the Broncos in the Super Bowl. We'll get together with family and friends to cheer on our favorite team, to watch the halftime show, and perhaps most importantly, to vote for our favorite commercial. But there's a lot more going on to the Super Bowl than the game and what we'll see on TV. There's a whole other side, a dark side, if you will, and that has to do with the reality of human trafficking, especially sexual exploitation, a vile and predatory industry that preys particularly upon vulnerable youth and at-risk young adults. This modern-day slavery is a violation against the dignity of every human being, a violation against the goodness of God's creation. And it happens not just at events such as these, but unfortunately every day across our nation and across the globe, and sometimes even in our own backyard. So what are we to do? Well, first, I think we have to acknowledge that it exists, that human trafficking exists, that this modern-day slavery exists, that this modern-day violation against the goodness of God's creation is real, and sometimes closer than we can imagine. So let's educate ourselves. I suggest that you click on the link below and read the article from the Episcopal News Service about this Super Bowl weekend and the reality of human trafficking. And then we need to prayerfully discern where God is calling us and what we are to do, because we have to do something. Perhaps we need to take our stones and our sling and do battle with Goliath, because this has to stop. The Lord is very clear and calls us to protect the orphan and the widow, the outcast, the most vulnerable among us, and that we must do. Will I watch the game this weekend? I will. Will I cheer on my team and watch the halftime show and vote for the favorite commercial? I will. But I'm going to do so with my eyes wide open and with a new awareness that there's a lot more happening than just the game. Something that's dark and a violation against God's creation. Something that must be stopped. Let us hold these folks who this weekend will suffer within our hearts and prayers. And let's see what we can do to take them into our arms and to bless them and to stop this modern-day slavery.